Hi, my name is Andrew E. I'm with KGK International, and today I'm going to show you how to change the wire guides in the Seibu wire EDM. So our machine, you need two guides, one for the upper head and one for the lower head. And so here's what they look like. On the inside there, that's a ruby, which is the actual guide. So we're here on our machine. We're going to replace the guide in our upper head. So screw this off. And underneath here, there's a spring, the flush cup, and the retainer. So you just set that off to the side. Underneath here, there's 3 bolts, one here, here, and here. Okay, so here we have the retaining block for the guides. So in order to change these, we'll take a 17mm wrench and hold it on this side. And then I'll take a second 17mm wrench on this side, and then I'll twist them off. And so the guide just screws out. Just like that. And so to clean it, you can just use like a mild acid or an acid that's basically been watered down, or you can use an ultrasonic cleaner. You can just use the same thing, mild acid, throw it in the ultrasonic cleaner, and then I'll clean up the guide. So once it's clean, or if you're trying to replace a new one, we'll just screw that one back in. Take our wrench, snug it up tight. Place it back underneath. So important thing here is that there's a O-ring here that basically helps stop water from leaking. So make sure that's in the right location. So now that the upper head has been cleaned and or changed, we'll do the lower head now. So just like the upper head, screw the retainer with the spring and the lower flush nozzle. Place that off to the side. So with every machine comes a special tool that is used to take off the lower guide. So place that in there and just twist it off. So just the same as the upper head. So you have your retaining block, this guide, and then this one. This is like a pre-guide. I forgot to mention it before, but this is a pre-guide. And so usually whenever you clean this guide, I recommend cleaning this one as well. And tighten it back up. Okay. Now I'll put it back into the lower head. Take my special tool. So when you're tightening this thing up, you can tighten it up to a certain point where you feel the O-ring that's on the bottom, it'll just get stuck. So tighten it up to that point, and then don't tighten it any harder than that. Then we'll take our flush cup and put it back. So now that we have both our guides changed, we need to do a spark alignment. So making sure that the block itself is dry, but also the table is also dry, where we're going to be placing it. So place it right there. Screw it into the table. All right. So after it's been screwed into the table, I need to make sure that this side is parallel with the table with my indicator. So now that we have our alignment jig in the machine and it's parallel with the table, we can feed our wire through the upper and lower head and begin our manual way of doing a spark alignment. So basically the ultimate goal is to get a spark to show from the upper head to the lower head, and it'll be a constant spark emanating down. Now, if that takes too long, or let's say you're in a rush for time, Seibu does offer an automatic version of this. So it basically does the same thing, but the machine accounts for everything and monitors. So instead of feeding it on the outside, we'll feed it through this hole here, and then cycle start on the positioning parameter for it, and it'll do it for you without having to touch the part. Okay, so now that the vertical alignment is completed, we make our way over to the taper constant page. So under mode set, positioning tab, taper constant, we have to select the direction that we want to go into. So I want to move in my negative X direction. And then once that's completed, you press position, cycle start. Once the machine has finished doing the taper constant and running through its process, we press this arrow button, type in the password, 123, hit OK, and then we'll get this message, registration was complete. And there you have it. That's how quick and easy it is to change wire guides in the Seibu Wire EDM. Thanks for watching.